Hello, everybody, and welcome to...
It's the only time I get to talk. I don't know.
This edition of Whiskey at Work. That's not true. I throw you softball questions all the time just to draw it out of you.
I haven't prepared for it because I had work to do today.
And I even asked you earlier to come with an anecdote.
I do have an anecdote.
Do you? All right. Coming up is quite possibly the busiest time of the year for us. We're a media company. We're radio, we're digital,
here we are with you.
We do all kinds of cool stuff throughout the year, and then we hit the first Friday in August.
Well, this is still kind of cool stuff. It's just
it is. It's just labor intensive, but we love, even though Rob and I were complaining quite a bit about certain things.
True, Dean.
Certain things we had to get done
to make things better.
But at the same time, we love this. It's the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, which is coming up the 81st already. It's right in our backyard. It's 22 miles just to the northwest of us here, and we're getting ready to go. So you had the brilliant idea.
I don't know how brilliant it is yet.
To drink. This is the localest of locals, isn't it, that we've ever had?
Well, I suppose outside of something that's actually being distilled here in town. I mean, I think there's a distillery in Rapid, and there's one in Kadoka, and that we haven't tried yet.
No, we haven't done those,
or at least on camera. Yeah, I mean, this was the mastermind of Woody. I don't know, what did they call it? Wanted a brand of whiskey, and this is bottled by Buffalo Chip Bottling in Tennessee.
Tennessee, right? Well, if you're not familiar with some of the names that Rob just threw out, like Woody, it's there is a
Google it.
There is a venue here in Sturgis that has been part of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally now for 40 years.
1981.
Yeah, this is the 40th anniversary. It's known as the legendary Buffalo Chip Campground. And if you're familiar with the rally, you're familiar with that name.
If you're familiar with Sturgis, there's a lot of things that are legendary too. So,
sure.
The
Chip is definitely one of them, though.
The Chip came about. Did you know the story?
Sort of.
The city was going to vote to cancel the rally going forward.
You're kidding.
It survived by a narrow margin.
I didn't know this, and we're 81 years in, and it could have been canceled.
41 years in.
That was it. Oh, no kidding.
And then so I don't know if it was backlash from the vote actually passing, but the mayor decided, because prior to that, the city park was the campground that all of the bikers went to. Where the line.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Where the soccer fields are now.
Right. The soccer fields. We're there in Sturgis. Google it.
You probably don't know. Look on a map. But anyway, so then he closed the city park to camping. There had been incidents leading up to that. Like,
what you mean with a motorcycle?
Well, there's a fair amount of public nudity and escaped pythons and bathrooms getting burned to the ground.
Best time ever.
Yeah, you want to come party now? You should have been here in 81 when I was 11 and boobs were cool.
They're not cool to you anymore?
No, I still like them now.
Right. Just double checking.
But at 11,
yeah,
I'm in.
And they were everywhere. So then, how did it all come about that the Chip?
Well, Woody, in his wisdom, I believe he's a lawyer in Bellefouche, and he saw the need and bought some land out east of Sturgis. At the time, it was probably 5 miles, and now it's probably 3 miles outside of Sturgis, out on Airport Road, right by where all the propane tanks are stored, which caused a little chagrin with the locals out there. But so then he started pretty small. He started just having a, kind of a primitive campground that's really turned into a big deal. I mean, it's a cool concert venue. It's camping. They've got room for RVs and hookups and a lake and a shooting range and a racetrack and all kinds of.
Sure, it's more than just concerts. I mean, it's an experience really to go out there and spend time.
It's the Western South Dakota version of adult Disneyland is what it is.
That's a good way to put it. Absolutely.
I'm sure you can still see boobs if you like them.
Can we? What are we doing now? Why are we filming this? We should.
Well, there's nobody there yet.
Yeah, that's true. That doesn't start for another week and a half. But it has become, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is the largest motorcycle rally in the entire world.
I think it's like the largest single event in the country, right?
It could be. It has to be right up there. We're expecting this year anywhere from 500,000 to 650,000 people is what I've heard.
I heard,
and we're a state of only 860,000 people.
I heard somebody was claiming we'd have 1.2 here this year.
Oh my God, no way! That's impossible.
Which is going to make me
Really?
want to stay the hell home.
1.2. So doubling the size of our state in a town of 6,400 people.
150% of it, yeah.
God, that's
It'd be almost double the biggest rally we've ever had. Well, because last year was, as big as the 79th.
Right.
And everybody else in the world was shut down, so let's go.
Let's all get together. No, yeah, wow, that's it. If we had over 1 million people here, that'd be insane. That'd be insane.
We kind of thought there'd be 1 million here for the 75th.
It got over 750, didn't it?
I think it's right around 750, I think.
Okay.
Without looking it up, I'm guessing here a hair.
Well, when people do show up, a lot of them will gravitate to the Buffalo Chip. It's like Rob said, Sturgis, has a downtown area where lots of things happen during the rally. And then the Buffalo Chip, like I said, about 3 miles outside of town. So it's kind of spaced in between those two places. But anymore, the rally has grown to cover western South Dakota and eastern Wyoming. People will travel there.
Sure.
And it's bikers come out here to ride, really. The party's fun. The music we get's great. The things you can do. But it's all about taking your bike up into the hills and just seeing, how nice it is to live around here.
It is. Some of these big campground venues that are full of concerts, they're the reason that every hotel within 300 miles isn't full to capacity for 12 days in August.
Right.
I think most of them are pretty full anyway, but they're especially if you have an RV. I wouldn't want a tent in
it was 106 degrees today, so I can't imagine what it's going to be next week. But this is, I'm amazed. Well, I don't know. I couldn't find a lot of information on this whiskey that we're drinking here, and I reached out to Alton, the guy who's kind of in charge of it, but I didn't hear back from him, so there's a lot of questions that I had.
They're busy trying to put Disneyland together.
Well, exactly. So this, it's new. This hasn't been around very long.
A couple years old, I think,
at least.
Maybe 3.
So I'm kind of happy because I couldn't find a lot of people that have reviewed this at all online. So I kind of feel like we're one of the first that maybe has put together a review.
We're not really reviewers. We're just...
We're BSers that drink whiskey when we're on the clock.
We drink and say smart-ass comments.
Right. That's fair. But this is bottled in Tennessee. I'm assuming it's a sourced whiskey. It's probably a blend. But I couldn't really find information on that. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure.
This comes across as a little rye forward. It's got a lot of spice to it. I'm sure it's an American whiskey, so I'm guessing it's, I don't know, a lot of corn. And you said barley too, maybe.
Yeah, I think rye, barley, corn, I believe, is what they put in here. But it is like you said, very much spicier than I thought it was going to be when I took that first drink.
It's smooth though. It's
absolutely.
I'm pleasantly surprised with how this went down.
Especially for not really being as well known as some other stuff we've drank here. Although people that I'm assuming go to the Buffalo Chip for the past couple of years have known that this is a thing.
I'm sure they're telling people.
Yeah, this is...
It's only available in 3 or 4 states right now.
Really? Okay.
I saw South Dakota, Illinois, whatever's underneath Illinois, Tennessee, and then there's another 5 or 10 or 12 states that are...
Rob's going to impress you with his knowledge of
geography.
United States. Right.
That is below Missouri, wise ass.
Oh God, Woody, you did a pretty good thing here, honestly.
Way to avoid the question.
Yeah, I was ignoring it totally. This is pretty good. You put a little water in it or let some ice sit in it, kind of bring down a little bit of that spiciness.
It does mellow it out even more.
And it gets pretty smooth. And it's only $35-$36 a bottle, I think. Is what
I
you
found it
for.
here in town for 30 something. I saw it online somewhere for 25 or 6. You could order it apparently right on the website if you're old enough.
Excellent.
I didn't try that because I already had a bottle.
Well, and there is a bourbon version of this too. It's called Woody's Reserve Bourbon, and apparently it was a gold medal winner at the San Francisco Spirits Competition.
Silver, I think.
No, the Facebook has the gold medal on it.
The website had a 2020 silver.
Woody, you're going to have to figure that
Clarify
out.
that
because,
for us.
Yeah, we're going to need to know because Facebook has the gold.
Here.
And
we need to know the truth.
But
maybe it's both.
Any award you get from that competition is pretty prestigious.
It's better than any award that I've won from that competition.
Right. We've never entered, so
maybe we should try.
Good take. We're gonna at some point.
Maybe you need Joni to get out the checkbook.
Oh my God, we need a barrel of bourbon. Somebody please.
We need to buy a barrel that we can label
and
Rob and Mark's drink and
Rob and Mark's drink. That's what it's going to be called. I can already see the
come
label.
up with a story.
These two ugly faces, Rob and Mark's drink.
These two idiots decided to start Whiskey at Work 2 years ago.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, if you're coming in town for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, make your way out to the Buffalo Chip. It is something to experience, and I would highly recommend you see if you can get a glass or two of this or the whole bottle because
you should try it.
At least you should try it. So ride safe if you're coming out, and thanks for watching this edition of Whiskey at Work.
This is the only time I get to talk.